Hello there and welcome. If you're familiar with EFT, you may or may not have heard of something called the 9-gamut technique. It's part of the original EFT long recipe that Gary Craig created in the early 90s. And as EFT has become more and more popular, so many people are not using the original long recipe anymore, and it's proven not to be necessary to use the long recipe. However, there is a part of the long recipe, this 9-gamut technique, that is very, very useful in very specific cases. And I want to show you the 9-gamut technique today so that you have it at your fingertips, so to speak, for times when it may be necessary for you. So I'm just looking at my notes here on the side. So if you see my eyes go to that side, that's what I'm doing. We call it the 9-gamut technique because while we tap on one particular place on our hand, we're going to do 9 different things. Most of them is with our eyes, and then 2 or 3 things we're going to do with our voice. So the place, what we're going to do is we're going to tap on one particular point. It's here in the back of the hand. If you go between the knuckles of your pinky and your ring finger, and you just slide your hand inwards, there's a little indentation there. And if you use 2 fingers, you'll definitely be on the point. So you can either tap that point continuously, or you can just hold it, whatever is comfortable for you. And then you can rest your hand, or you can just keep it close to your body to make it comfortable for you. So very often when people are really anxious, it's harder to remember to tap. So you can just hold it if that's more comfortable for you. And while you hold this point, we're going to be doing these 9 things. Now, what is this point? Why is it there? It's actually, if you know a little bit about Chinese traditional medicine, you may know that it's part of the triple warmer meridian. And that is the meridian or the energy channel in your body that governs the fight or flight response. So when we're very tense, very intense with emotion, very stressed out, we feel like we've had a bit of trauma, this is a really great point to hold. And then these 9 things we're going to do with our eyes and with voice are going to help to calm down the nervous system as well. So just a further few points about it is we don't usually use the 9-gamut procedure just by itself. It's usually used in an EFT session as part of the whole process of getting calmer about specific things, specific events, specific issues for ourselves. And I use it particularly when there's very intense moments, when a client is feeling very intense. They suddenly they start crying, they have really intense emotional reactions, and then we do the 9-gamut, and within minutes, really seriously minutes, it's much, much calmer. However, so I use it in a session usually. However, I do find that sometimes outside of a session, if somebody needs a quick way to just bring some emotion down, the 9-gamut is a really great way to do that. So here's how it goes. Find that point again, hold it or tap it continuously, just what's best for you. And then we're going to do these 9 things. So first of all, close your eyes and just keep it closed for a second or 2, and then open them again. Then you're going to look hard down to one side. So you can start on the right, hard down to the right, come back to the center, hard down to the left. And then we're going to make big circles with your eyes while you keep your head straight. So big circle clockwise, and you can do it slowly, deliberately, looking into all the corners. And when things are really intense, I encourage my clients to do it more than once. So you can do another circle clockwise, and then we go the other way. So anti-clockwise. And again, looking in all the corners, slowly, deliberately. And I'll do it twice, especially if there are lots of intense emotion. And now we're going to hum, count, and hum again. So the humming can be any little tune that you know, just the first little few phrases, first few notes. Some people use happy birthday. You may have heard that a lot, but for some people, happy birthday is not a happy song. So hum any little tune, and you can even make it up. That's all you need. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hum a piece again. You can hear I just made that up. And that's it. That's what the 9 gamut procedure is. And often people will feel like they want to sigh. If you're not sighing already, you can just take a nice deep breath in. Let it out like a big sigh. And that is the 9 gamut process or procedure in EFT. So practice it a few times. And when you get really intense about something, you can just try this by itself. Usually it's used as part of the whole EFT process, but honestly, it's a great way to just bring in some calmness. I hope this works for you. My name is Liesel, and I work usually with sensitive introverts who have a lot going on in their nervous systems, and this is a really great way to help. You can find my work at savvyselfgrowth.com. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and I look forward to meeting you.